Gosh, it's been a while again, but it's because of the same reason. Let me just make sure my stream is working. Oh. So, it seems like I have one person in here because, as usual, two of them consist of me. um, so let's see. I guess I can start out by doing my own reading. Did I already freeze? No, I'm okay. Today I'm going to be using my tarot cards of Unicorn deck. Before I've been using my cat deck, but now I'm using my Unicorn deck. So I guess since no one's basically here, I can start out by doing a reading of how this stream will be. Let's see. Oh, and I'm also going to be using this new Oracle deck I got of flower cards. If you don't know what an Oracle deck is, it's kind of like a tarot deck, but it can be like any kind of theme. Well, I guess tarot decks can be any theme as well, but it's like they don't have to follow tarot rules. They can be their own set of rules for whatever the artist or writer of the particular deck decides it to be. I don't know why I froze already. But yeah, so I guess I will pull a card of how this stream will be, being by myself, I think. Let's see. Choo-choo. I pulled Justice Upright for myself. I guess that's a good card. It's pretty much saying that I'll get what I deserve, and mostly in a positive light. So I guess I will deserve a empty stream. Maybe it's because of the story I'm going to tell. So I guess while I wait for more people to get here and whatnot, I have a story I can tell about these tarot cards and my neighbor. So my neighbor is in her 60s, and she's a rather nice woman compared to like the other people around here in my neighborhood. You know, she's kind of like a mom to me. She'll bring me food sometimes and check up on me every so often. But the only thing is she's really, 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 really super religious. Like, she's a born again Christian. And since I've been stuck in this crap hole for like 11 years now, I think once she mentioned to me, because we like chit chat sometimes, and I mentioned like a few years ago when I used to be working at the metaphysical shop, like I mentioned that, and I was doing tarot reading, and she like kind of freaked out at me about it. And that was before I knew she was religious. Like, this is how I found out she was super Christian, because I told her I did tarot reading as like income. And she went on and on to me about how like I can't do it because it's opening up portals to evil things, and that she used to do tarot reading too, and it like invited a demon into her house. So that was years ago, and then like a couple of days ago she got on my case about it again, and she said the same thing to me. She's like, well, okay, so anyone who's been watching my streams knows that I've been trying to move, and I keep running into problems like being able to move, whether that's financially or like with housing authorities and stuff. And she knows I've been trying to move for years too. And she said to me that the reason I have so many problems in my life and all the problems and challenges I have in my life is a result because I use and have tarot cards and other things against God. Like she mentioned, like, I notice you wear a pentagram sometimes. That's a satanic symbol. And you know by doing tarot reading that you're opening up portals. Like she literally, these were literally her words. She's like, you're opening up portals for evil things of Satan to come through to your home and apartment. And like she's freaking out because, like, if you remember, my apartment is just basically a house that's separated into 4 different apartments. So she's like freaking out because I have this like witch stuff in the same building that she's in. And she's like, every time I walk past your door, I say a prayer that nothing will get out and that you'll get rid of your stuff. You need to go around your apartment and ask God and Jesus to tell you what to get rid of. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm just listening to her. Like, I'm not one to argue with people like that because I know anything you say is not going to change their mind. Yet they assume like stuff they say will change your mind, even though I'm set in my ways. So like I understand they're set in their ways. The only thing that I do when people say this kind of stuff to me, I was just like, I look at them and I'm like, well, thank you for showing concern about me, but I have different views, though I appreciate that you care about my safety. That's all I say, but you know, it's usually not good enough. And she's like, if you stopped doing tarot card reading and if you got rid of all that evil stuff, Satan wouldn't have power over you anymore. Satan would go away and you would have nothing but good luck if you let God and Jesus into your life. And it was at that moment that I knew I had to do another tarot card reading stream today. And like, oh, I did say to her, I'm like, after I said like, oh, thank you for your concern. It's like, but I don't believe things are black and white like that, and there's actually nothing evil about the pentagram. It just stands for the 5 elements of life: earth, fire, wind, water, air, spirit, and then the circle represents the connection that we all have with one another in these elements. She's like, no, that's just what they want you to think. That is a mockery of the Star of David. It is a mockery of God. I'm just like, holy shit. Yes, that kind of like got on my nerves a little bit. Even though like I don't really like talking bad about her like this, and she does bring me food sometimes, but oh my gosh, like it is so rude when people do that, when they try and push your religion on you like that. And it was kind of like insulting that she said the reason I have bad luck and stuff is because of my witch items and my tarot cards, when it's like, no, it's because I'm disabled and I'm in the system and they want to murder disabled people and all that stuff. But anyway, that's getting a little off topic to something I don't think I should talk about right now. Yeah, so let's see. For the whole one person in here, is there something you want to know? Or else I can just continue doing readings for myself, I guess. And I'm gonna take a drink, and as usual, every time I take a drink, my avatar wants to flip out for some reason because I'm covering some of my face. Okay. Oh, there we go, yeah. Okay, so I guess I will do myself another reading. So I've been trying to decide where I want to move to. I haven't really told where I am currently, what state I'm in, but let's see. So I've been trying to decide if I want to stay in state or if I want to move out of state to New York City because the stimulus checks finally made that possible for me to move now because of, security and stuff. And the reason why I'm like looking at New York City is because I think just in February they they passed a law that now finally it is up to the landlord to pay the broker fee. Whereas, like in my current state, in other states, they make you, the tenant, pay the broker fee, which is usually about like $2,000. Yeah. So you have that plus the security fee. So you're paying like $4,000, but New York City, that's like, oh, it's only gonna be 2,000. But I'm already getting talks from family members telling me not to move to New York City because it's so dangerous there. And the only affordable housing are in the dangerous neighborhoods where you'll get shot. And I'm just like, for years, I've been completely screaming about how I'm in a dangerous area right now just because it's not in New York City, just because it's not in a place that's known. Like, I'm still located right across a freaking meth lab, but we don't care about that. But all these years, but no, we're gonna try and discourage me from moving into the city. So anyway, yeah, and also like, and people are freaking out at me too, saying that I'm gonna run out of money because the city's so expensive. But okay, so I'll just say it. I live in New Jersey, and I did a bunch of research, and currently Brooklyn is now cheaper than the cost of living in New Jersey because of COVID. All the New Yorkers, New York City people, like moved here, like en masses moved here, and like even my neighbor, like a bunch of people I noticed on my street moved here from New York City too during COVID because I saw the license plates. And so my area, because it's like in freaking Hicksville farmland, there is no competition at all when it comes to things. We have like basically two grocery stores sorry, within driving distance. And then we have to go like 45 minutes away for a Trader Joe's or other like name grocery store. And the only places we have to eat are like a bunch of this little random Italian places and a couple little takeout Chinese places. And so like they charge out the ass because there's no competition, and with all these people from New York City moving here, they're like, oh, New York City people? That means now we can charge New York City prices. And so they did. But now, because all these people moved out of New York City is now suddenly cheaper than where I am. So, but like, people don't want to listen to that. They want to just think what they think about the stigma and the like history of New York City and everything. Because they're boomers and all that. But anyway, yeah. So I've been trying to decide where to go. Because like if I move out of state, I'm gonna lose like my insurance and stuff. And I mean, I can get it again in New York City, but I have to reapply for everything. I just want to be somewhere where I can have public transportation. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a reading for myself, I guess. Let's see. Well, how will moving to New York City be for my life in general? Let's see. What am I going to call? What am I going to pull this one? I got the star upright. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because Like, I mean, that's a pretty big question I asked about how it would be for my life. I should have got more specific. And the star card usually comes up when you're going after something. You're looking for something, you have a desire, something's in the distance waiting for you to find it. And like that's pretty much how I feel. Like I guess the card was just confirming my feelings because I do. Like the whole idea behind the star card is like how the three wise men were following the North Star to find little baby Jesus. So that's what this kind of represents if you get it upright. And so like it's telling you to continue on your journey and to not give up in what you're seeking. So let's take one of my flower oracle cards now in that question. How will moving to New York City be for my life? Let's see. I pulled... Oh boy. I don't like this one. I pulled the Lotus and it says, stand still for now and listen to your life. So is this telling me not to move? But it conflicts with the Star card. Stand still for now. So maybe if I'm connecting it with the Star card, it's saying, since the Star card tells you to not give up on your journey and to continue what you're going after, maybe it's saying, continue with your journey, listen to your life. Well, considering I feel like I have no life where I am now, I guess since I still just have lurkers, I'll pull another card to help explain what the Lotus here means. So, oh boy, I got the Chariot upright. And this basically doesn't help explain things further. Because the Chariot is like saying, you're in the middle of choosing between two different directions. Something's pulling you one way, something's pulling you another way. But because it's upright, we're saying that you're in control of where you want that path to go. And you have the ability to choose which one to take. And I guess if you get it upright, it's kind of hinting more towards you're on the right path. I guess I'll pull another flower card then. Let's see. Maybe I need to get more specific with my question. I got daffodil. I don't like this. I got daffodil and says the sun shines brighter when you are here. No, I don't want to stay here. So basically I pulled two cards saying to stay here. I have no quality of life here. I feel like I'm suffocating here. Unless it's saying... Since I asked how my life would be in New York City, maybe the sun shined brighter when you were... Because I didn't ask if I should move or not. I asked how my life would be in New York City. So the sun shines brighter when you are here. Interesting. How can I get more specific? Does that one whole person want to know anything? Or should I continue with myself? Let's see. I'll try asking. Well, New York City, if I'm in New York City, how will my mental health be there? Because my mental health here is really bad. Uh-oh. I pulled the Temperance. Temperance in reverse. Which is saying that things will be out of balance. And I won't really... Hi, Crypto. It's okay. Don't worry. How are you doing? I'm currently trying to do a tarot reading about myself moving, and I'm not getting results I'm happy with. I'm okay. The usual, tired, but forcing myself to do tarot readings because my neighbor got on me about not doing tarot card readings anymore and throwing them out. So I decided it was a good time to do tarot card readings again. I don't know if you were here for that story. So I'm using my Unicorn Tarot card deck today, as well as my Flower Oracle card deck on top of it. And I'm trying to get advice and stuff, figuring out how it will be if I move to New York City. And so far, we're conflicted about it. So I asked, how will my mental health be moving to the city? Temperance in reverse, which I wasn't too happy with. Now let's pull a flower card. My mental health. Jasmine. Success will be found if you hold on to hope. I guess it's saying it can be rough at first, but I just have to keep going and holding on hope, like the star and chariot told me. Okay, I guess you weren't here for that story. My neighbor is a born-again Christian, and she knows that I do like tarot card readings, and like she mentioned that she saw me wearing a pentagram the other day. So she like freaked out on me about it. She's like, you have to get rid of all that satanic stuff in your apartment. And she was like saying that any misfortune I have in my life is because I do tarot card reading and I have a bunch of witchy stuff. And she was saying that like how Satan wants control of my life, and if I just give everything over to God and go around my apartment and get rid of all the evil stuff, that I'll have good luck now. So I'm like, okay. And I'm doing a tarot card reading now because she inspired me to do that. It's ridiculous. I can't stand when people do that. She told me about how, like, she used to do tarot card reading when she was younger, before she was born again. And she's like, she knew it was evil. Like, that's doing the reading was the thing that turned her over to God and Jesus, because she said, like, one night she woke up and couldn't move because there was a demon sitting on her chest and it was hard for her to breathe. And I'm just like, I'm thinking, that's sleep paralysis. Like, that's a medical thing that, like, is common among people. Like, it's a scientific thing. That's nothing supernatural about it. Like, so many people experience that because it's something with the brain and like association. It has to do with, like, I think sleep apnea. But I didn't say that because I know you're never gonna change the minds of these people. And she told me, like, and she's like, and then a few days later, that same demon that was sitting on my chest attacked my sister and scratched her stomach up. Hi, Beth. Is your name Beth's Life? Are you Yes, I'm reading for free. If you would like to know anything or want anything, and of course, no, I'm not charging anything. I'm just doing this for fun. And of course, if you're new to the channel and the stream, it's all 100% entertainment only, and I'm not a real psychic, I just pretend I am. So, would either of you like me to pull a card for you? Oh, and I'm still only working with the Major Arcana right now, because I'm still warming up to it again all over. Um, okay, sure. So I guess you haven't seen my other streams before. So basically what I do is I'll like shuffle the cards like and think about your question, and then when like the time is right, like energy wise, I'll pull the card. Or if you have like if a more specific question, I can do like a past, present, and future spread on what like influences the question or the situation. So, if you wanna say the question, or you can keep it to yourself. Um, um, you can keep it to yourself, and I can just pull what comes up and talk about the meaning of the card in general. So, okay, what is the situation or question you have, please? I'll shuffle these again now. Thank you for being here. Even though while from now, what would be happening for me during July, please? Okay. So even though while from now, what would be happening during July for you? Okay, let's see. I pulled the Empress upright. I love the Empress card. So the Empress card is about creativity or birth. So like it can mean a literal birth of like a child, but more so I find it to mean like a birth of an idea in some creative form. So maybe in July it's not the inception of an idea, it's an idea you already have that will come to fruition, that will start up. So like maybe you have an idea, a project going on, like an idea for it, and in July you start getting the stuff together to make that actually happen. And I'm also doing Oracle from here till July. Oh, okay, so like these months. So I would say like April, May, June, July. So maybe during these months you'll be working on this project or idea. You'll be in the process of creating it, getting it from start to finish. I'm gonna pull an oracle card for you too in regards to this. And they're flower oracle cards, and this one says prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow. So, are you like, do you have an idea, or like, are you working on some kind of creative project right now? Because the Empress implies that, this is like the birth. During these months, you'll be like getting this, whatever it is, all ready and all presented. So it may be taking, so it's either during the month or during July. So I guess July specific. So in July, this birth of this project or idea will come out, will be started. And with the oracle card saying prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow, I think we're advising, like, when I say we're in reference to the cards, I'm talking about energy and like our spirit guides. Yeah, so I think since you're doing an independent project, I think like something will happen in July that will make it a lot easier or better for you to move forward on this project and for it to become like really close to completion. And with the Oracle card, with saying that prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow, that we're suggesting that you just like you take into consideration the outcomes of whatever this idea or project is. Like you just don't rush into it blindly, but rather you think about what could happen or what are the possibilities with this project. And I think if it's saying like if you write all this down, like all these outcomes down or like think about it, you'll get good results from it. Because perhaps like if you do this like blindly or if you don't think about like everything, all the details, like you might miss something that could be beneficial. I don't know, that's just my take on this oracle card. um Sorry, taking a drink. Yeah, so any other more specific detail with the project I can pull another card for? Or, oh, I'm glad it makes sense. Yeah, it's been, yeah, I guess you weren't here for my other tarot streams, but it's been super long since I've done tarot cards. Like, that's why I'm like not charging anything too, because I know I'm so rusty. But, yeah. If there's, I can pull another card for you in relation, or I can go to crypto next, or I can go to crypto and you can think about another question after crypto. Um, so, would you like a card pulled for you, crypto, like in general, or do you have a situation or something you want to know about? I'm reshuffling again now. Oh man, I hope if I go through and succeed with moving to the city, oh, I hope I can actually get a job like at a metaphysical store again. Cause it's like interesting as the people that came in there. I loved being there. I don't believe in this too much, but my grandma isn't the best of health. Can you tell me what her health is going to be like in the next few months? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Well, I don't really. Usually, when I was like in the shop those years ago, I would not do anything health related. Um, Even though this is just for entertainment only, just because the topic's so sensitive. But a way I describe a lot of more sensitive topics is if a card comes up that isn't in too much of a completely positive light, there's always the weather analogy where it's like the weather people and the computers can tell you, what the weather's going to be tomorrow. But if a gust of wind comes, that can all change within a second. So, like, never take anything the cards say as, like, law. So, but I'll pull one. So I pulled the Chariot in reverse, um, that can usually indicate being stuck somewhere. Like, uh, a lot of times it indicates being stuck physically, but it can be like mentally, spiritually. Oh, well, it's okay. I pulled the chariot in reverse, so which is so I guess for like in regards to your question, it's probably just saying that there might not be much of a change with her health. You might have to do something, figure out something that can set things into motion. Like it's not saying things will get worse, but it's not exactly saying like it's gonna get better either, just like stagnant. But I'm going to I'll pull a flower card too. Interesting. Out of this whole, because earlier I pulled for myself the daffodil, which says on it, "The sun shines brighter when you are here." And now I pulled that for your grandma too. So it says, "The sun shines brighter when you are here." So, putting that with the chariot in reverse, I guess, we're saying not to give up, to kind of like, maybe kind of staying put right now is what's needed, rather than going somewhere. I'm not really sure the details of the medical situation, but like, let's see. Maybe whatever, like, since it says the sun shines brighter when you are, whatever's happening right now in the long run, you'll have good results. Like if she started a new medication or something, like maybe it's suggesting like after a bit of being, even though if you feel stuck for now, like this journey of being stuck, it will still be okay. I don't know if that helps any. um but if you have another question, or I can pull another oracle card. So another oracle card I pulled for you says, how do I pronounce this flower name? Hydragina? Hydragana? I'm not sure how I pronounce that flower. But it says, "Focus on wholeness above and below." Yeah, I understand. Like, I really do. Like, my mom's not in best health now either. So, it's been difficult. I mean, I hope everything gets better and, you know, during whatever's going on now, that, she is bringing more sunshine to herself and people with her presence, even if there's struggle of illness going on. Maybe because I like pulling advice cards, so maybe I can like pull a card for you on like what could be done to help with the worrying aspect of the situation. So let me do that for you. So for that I got Emperor upright. Emperor usually means like, usually, it doesn't always have to be, but it usually stands for like a male presence, like a strong male presence. Upright, it's like somebody of a good nature, like somebody who is in control but in a good way. Like they know what they're doing and they want to help others. So, maybe there's somebody in your life that you can think of that kind of really has their head on straight and like, maybe a little bit in a position of authority, like a therapist or something, or even the doctor, um, that you could possibly talk to about your worries or like listen to what they have to say because they might give good advice on like what to do. And I'll take a oracle card in that regards too for you on what you could do for the anxiety and worry. Chrysanthemum. It says, "Be here always with willing hands and heart." So, I guess it's saying like maybe that emperor figure, maybe that's you. Like in relation to this chrysanthemum card, perhaps since it's saying be here always with willing hands and heart, like maybe it's just reaffirming that if you're there to help or just listen to your grandma or anyone like in the family expressing worries as well, like maybe you could work together to ease things. uh I don't know if it's saying get a new doctor. It was just, I was just kind of like naming off who could be in a position of authority as the emperor represents somebody like that. Um, it doesn't have to be a doctor. It could be like I said, it could even be yourself. Like because of what the chrysanthemum card says about being willing um, and there for other people. Um, maybe just like listening to others, like other family members. You can find out you're not alone in your worries and you could ease each other. Again, all of just like another discount. Like this is all pretend. Like please do not take anything I say as like literal or do not take advice from me or anything. Um, how many people? Okay. So, what now? I can do another one for Beth, or if you want another one, Crypto, or I can just tell more of my stories, or I can do my own reading for my own issue going on. Thanks for understanding. As I say that, like my neighbor drives past down the street. She knows. She knows I'm engaging with the dark arts right now. So, let's see. I got finals in a couple months. How are those gonna go? Alright, let's see. I got death in reverse. And death doesn't mean literal death. Death in the tarot stands for change. But, and it's usually a positive change when it comes up. But because you have it in reverse, it doesn't mean it's not going to be like, even with, like with the way I read the death card, I always read it as a positive change, whether it's in reverse or upright. The way I see it in reverse is that you're not going to be aware of when the change happens. Like, it's going to be sudden and it may be like a little off-putting or seeming like it came out of nowhere. But after the first initial shock, whatever that change is will be beneficial to you. So like with finals, I'm not sure. Maybe like whatever you're studying for finals, like sometimes I remember when I was in school, like I'd study, 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 and then when you actually take the test, um, it's like they weren't really the questions that I expected that to be on the exam. So I would kind of like panic a little bit. So I'm thinking of like a similar situation like that, where like maybe the questions that come won't be the ones you're expecting, but you still do all right in the end with them. Um, let's see. And then you can finish telling me about your. Well, that was the sleep paralysis thing. Like, that was basically it. That's all she told me about the story. How she used to do tarot reading, and then the demon sat on her chest and tried to take her breath away. And then the next day, it attacked her sister. Um, yeah, that's all the details she gave me. She's like, the demon ripped at her stomach. She had claw marks on her stomach. It's like, so if there's sleep issues going on within the family, did she maybe like sleepwalk and scratch something? That was my thought. But of course I didn't say that. No, but she told me how she said that God told her, like God literally told her that she had to tell me again to get rid of all my like witch stuff, because currently God and Satan, they're fighting over my soul. And Satan wants me here and miserable while God wants me to thrive. So like when it comes to religion, I'm like horrible because I believe in every religion. Um, like I don't think it's one size fits all. Like I think there are different religions for different people. Um, but the problem is each person thinks their religion is the right one and what everyone else should have. Bunny Girl I never heard of that anime. I should look it up. Bunny Girl Senpai. Sounds interesting. Is she an actual bunny girl? Like, with rabbit ears and stuff? And, yeah, but. And you know what? I'm most familiar with, like, Christians and Catholics because that's what my family members are. I'm the only, like, pagan heathen in my family. But, like, I grew up always being told, like, there is only the one God, the Christian or Catholic God, and you can't believe in anything else or any other type of, like, gods or goddesses. Or else, like, same with what my neighbor said to me. She's like, right now you have faith in Satan, and that's only going to hurt you. God wants you to put all your faith in him and you will thrive. And so I was like, I'm thinking like, so supposedly God loves all his children, and if he wants what's best for his children, wouldn't it be okay if one of his children found faith or hope in another entity besides him? Like, why would you be punished for that if you're a loving God that wants to, like, see your child succeed? And so, like, I was thinking about my cats. Like, my cats are my children, basically. And, I only want what's best for them. I'll do what's best for them no matter what. And, like, suppose if my friend comes over and they want to go sit in my friend's lap and they want to play with my friend instead of me. That's completely fine. I'll be happy. Anything that makes them happy, I'll be happy and supportive of. So it really doesn't make sense with the whole like Christian thing with that of you can only have one God and put your faith in that one God only or he'll abandon you. Or it's not he'll abandon you, he won't give you all like just the whole thing as you said, if I put all 100% my faith in God, then I'll be able to succeed. But if I don't do that, then I won't be able to succeed. So it just seems kind of like messed up to me, like kind of like an abusive relationship. But I don't know. I'll check out that anime. So 10 more minutes and I'll be streaming an hour. I just say I do the tarot readings for an hour, but I only have 2 people in here, myself included. So I can do another reading for either of you if you want. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. Like, yeah, I might sound ridiculous when I say this, but I believe, like, I believe in all the Egyptian gods and goddesses, like the pantheon, Egyptian pantheon. And, you know, like Bastet, because she's a kitty. Well, the idea is that if you have to follow the proper rules, which is what's best for you, it's like, I don't know, telling your kids they need to go to college, but they want to be a painter. Exactly. Like, it's just these ideas seem really flawed when it comes to religion. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're, since I, believe in, like, all the gods and goddesses, like, if you're respectful to each of them, like, I think they each have, like, strengths and weaknesses in their own reign and, like, areas they excel in and they can help in. And those are the ones you pray to for whatever the situation is of their expertise. And then you give them, like, a thanks, like an offer, you just light a candle or something for them. But, let's see, how's your health been? Oh, thank you for asking. I'm slowly getting better. My doctor told me by the end of May I would be 100% healed from the COVID crap. So like, I'll still cough every so often, but it's like getting better every week. And, luckily Luckily, there hasn't been any more snowstorms that I haven't been forced to shovel. So I haven't been really straining myself with that. I've just been really like, my tiredness now is coming from trying to move. Like, because I'm like poor and disabled, I'm kinda on that thing, rental assistance, so that's been the whole problem of needing to find somewhere I can move that will accept my rental assistance. And a lot of places won't accept that because of the stigma. But New York City accepts it, so that's why I'm trying to move there. But still, it's like a lot of calling, and like the people on the phone are like so rude to you. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. The people in New York City I've been talking with have been really nice, but surprisingly. But the New Jersey, like, because I'm in New Jersey now, those offices are so nasty to you for some reason. But so that's been kind of draining doing all that, like in the paperwork and everything. But yeah, I'm dealing okay with the COVID stuff. How's your health been? And the thing something I find interesting about New York City too, that's like really making me want to go there. They have a like program there for artists where they offer artists affordable housing, but I just have to do research and find out what it means, like what qualifies you as an artist to get the affordable housing there. But I found that interesting. I think it's because they're so desperate because so many people left the city because of COVID. So now they're like they lowered the rent so much than what it used to be. Um, well, it's like 90% confirmed I'm moving. I just am waiting for my current housing authority to agree to mail my information to the new housing authority, which can be a nightmare. um, Sorry you don't get out much. That's not fun. Unless you're okay with being a homebody. But at least, nothing negative is going on health-wise with you. Um, yeah. And then, so, right now I'm at the stage where, with moving, I have to decide where I want to go. Because they sent me a form I have to fill out, and I have to write in that form where I want to move to. And then once I fill that form out, I have to mail it back, and then they'll have to say yes or no on if they'll allow it or not, like if the rental assistance thing, because there's no freaking way I have enough money to pay for all rent myself in freaking New Jersey or New York. For a one bedroom where I am currently, it's 12,000 a month. Or not 12,000. 1,200 a month. 1,200 a month. And I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing around. Like, why are you charging that much? Like, I don't know why this area is so desirable when there's nothing but corn and meth labs. But in New York City, it's like 1,900 for a studio. It's like a studio ranges between around like 1,400, between 1,900, and a one bedroom ranges between 1,900 and like 2,300 or something. Yeah, of course I'll keep streaming after I move. um, it's just like you just said, I'm used to being homebound. Like, even though if I do move to the city, it's just so that I can um be an adult more. Like, I don't, because like if I need to make a doctor's appointment, I have to call like a family member or somebody first. Like, oh, can you take me to the appointment on this day or that day at this time? And then I have to call the doctor and be like, okay. Whereas, like, if I was somewhere I could get myself these places, I wouldn't have to ask somebody else first, like a little 13-year-old would. Yeah. I guess, thanks. Yeah, I really appreciate that you're here for my streams and I like talking to you too, and, it helps, um, it gives me something to talk about, like, content-wise, whereas if, like, I was by myself, I would just be like, so I ate a hummus wrap earlier. It's so hard to think about things to talk about by myself. um, yeah. Seems like one other person came. Hello, do you want a reading? If not, I might head out because I think an hour is okay for a tarot stream if I don't really have a lot of people. And I still have to finish commissions. Hmm. So, like, I guess like I did last time, I would pull a card for everyone in general. So if you're lurking in the chat, I'm gonna pull a card and this will be for everyone here in general. Ah, okay, so I pulled the Emperor in reverse. Interesting that I keep getting these same cards. Um, so the Emperor in reverse kind of has a different meaning than when it's upright. Um, Again, it usually stands for somebody in a position of power, usually a male figure. Hi, Reiko. Um, but when the Emperor is in reverse, it usually means like somebody might be abusing their power a little bit. So since this is for in general, maybe it's just a reminder of, you know, keeping your voice, like not allowing yourself to get controlled to a degree. Don't let somebody have like power over you who doesn't have the best intentions. Rico, would you like a reading? Would you like me to pull a card for you or something? And if you're new, this is all pretend and entertainment only. Nothing's real, nothing's true. Nothing ever happens. So if you want, I can do that. I'm using my unicorn deck and my flower oracle card deck. I'll take another drink. I'm not drinking tea today, but coconut water. With maybe just a little tiny bit of pear vodka. Just a little bit though, because it tastes good. Or I can pull a oracle flower card for everyone here. Let's see. I'll do that. Oh, okay. So Rico, do you have a situation you want to know about, or you can keep it to yourself and I can just pull a card and tell you the base meaning of it, or you can type in the chat like your question. I'll reshuffle the cards again. So just tell me when you're ready, or what you would like me to do. If you don't want to share your question, that's okay. I'll know if I... Oh, my arm. My arm kind of like flipped out there. I'll know if I'm accepted in third school this week. So like I mentioned earlier, I don't think you were here. A good way to explain the tarot cards is that like, it's like the weather. So, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but it's just like, because I'm not a psychic and I do tarot card readings based off energies. So like right now a weather person can tell the weather for tomorrow, but if an unexpected gust of wind comes, that can change everything. So tarot is like the same way. So but I'll pull a card and see what it says in regards to your question. But remember, this is not like literally. pulling the same cards. So I pulled the star, but in reverse. So the star in reverse, it could often indicate you feeling like you're stuck, but more so, when the card comes up in reverse like this, it kind of means like somebody or something, maybe in your case, the school, like it might be like you're feeling like they're using you, like they're using your resources, your time and energy, and you're not exactly getting back what you deserve. Like you're giving more than you're getting in a situation. Um, and I think like when specific questions are asked like this, it's really hard to get like a yes or no. maybe maybe I do need to shuffle better, but it's really hard to get like an exact yes or no answer because that's not really like how the cards work. So I think like with getting the star in reverse like this, it's more so explain could be indicating your feelings, or if you don't know how you're feeling about the situation of getting accepted or not, like it might bring that to light a little bit more, like literally with the star to light. So it could be trying to bring your attention to that there is a situation or a person that is using you, like a lot of your energy, and they're not really caring about giving back what you're putting in. And maybe if this has to do with school, I'm not sure where you're from, but if it's like America where they charge you so much, like maybe that school is charging more than what they're worth. I don't know. But I'll also so like if I were to say if you were getting in or not, like it could say like yes, you'll get in, but it will be a lot of work and energy for you, and maybe your teachers might not provide as much knowledge as you hoped for. Um like that could be one way I could read this card in regards to that question. But or on the other hand, it could also say like you're putting in so much time and effort and work to get into this school, but it might not happen. So it's hard to tell, like it's a type of thing. I would just see this as more of a draw to attention of your feelings and maybe tend to that, because if you're getting used or if you're exerting so much energy and you don't realize it, like maybe it's just asking you to take like a step back, like a breather, and take some time to yourself or do something nice for yourself no matter what the outcome is. So, based on that, I'm going to draw you an Oracle Flower card too. Oh, I really don't know how to pronounce all these flower names. I'm gonna try. So, this card says the flower of Frangipani. I'll write it in the chat in case you want to look it up. Frangipani. That's the flower you got, and it says under it, you are truly beautiful on the inside and outside. So, how can we apply this to your question? On the inside and outside. So, I would say that could be no matter what, if you get in or out, if this school, if you get in it, or if it keeps you out, it doesn't change who you are. Like, you're still worth it no matter what happens. And that whatever's going on, don't forget, your inner beauty, and that like don't let whatever happens take that away from you. That's how I would read this situation. I'm sorry that didn't like help in the sense of a yes or no. I would probably need like a pendulum for that, and I don't have one nearby. So next time I'll bring one. Or maybe I can use this little Godzilla keychain I have as a pendulum. Let's see. No, it's not gonna work. Oh wait, maybe. Hold on. Pendulum. Is it gonna... No, it's too heavy. I have a little keychain of baby Godzilla next to me. I was thinking maybe I could use that as a pendulum. But next time. So that gave me an idea. I can now I can now do pendulum readings too, which I didn't think of before. Thank you. Oh, wait, maybe do I have something in here? No, I don't have anything I can use. Unless I get up, but that's gonna freeze my avatar. Thanks for understanding. And just thanks for being here. So, let's see, how many people are in here now? 4 still? Look at, no, it's like a chibi little Godzilla. I just found it like in a box recently. Pendulum reading is like, that's another tool of the devil that my neighbor wants me to get rid of, because I have a lot of those around, but of course I don't have any in sight, like that I can get to right now. They're in my bedroom. A pendulum is, it's usually a stone, like some kind of stone. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. I have my necklace on. I can use that. A rose quartz necklace. So it's some kind of stone, and of course you can get different stones based on what you're aiming to do. And since my favorite stone is rose quartz, normally most of my pendulums are rose quartz I have. Anyway, it's, you hold it and you swing the pendulum, or you hold the pendulum straight. It's like on, it's a stone on a chain. I'm holding it now, that's why my avatar's arm is up. And it's still, and then you're like, you talk to the pendulum and you're like, show me yes. And it swings like a certain way, like back and forth. And you're like, stop please. And then it's like, show me no. And it swings a different way, like it swings, now it's swinging right to left. So then you ask a question like, well, will I get a decent night's sleep tonight? And it will swing like yes or no. So now it's swinging like back and forth. So it's saying yes, I'll get a decent night's sleep. So that's one way to use it, or you can like, do a little map, like draw on a piece of paper, yes, no, maybe, like in a circle, like a bunch of different things, kind of like a Ouija board, and then you hold the, and then you hold the pendulum over the paper, and you ask the question, and it'll swing in the direction of whatever, you wrote down. So, yeah. Let's see. My arm's like freaking out now. It's possessed. Oh my gosh, it is the devil possessing me. Like, actually, I asked Reiko in my head. I asked if he would get into his third school, and it did swing yes in the yes direction. So I hope you do, if that's what you want. If that's what you're aiming for, I really hope you do get in. I hope everything goes as planned and goes well, that you do get in. And then once you get in, like, I hope it's not like overwhelming. So, yeah. Should I stop stream now? Yes, it did. Oh man. I had sleep paralysis, if I can pronounce that word. I had it once when I tried taking a new medication for sleep because I have trouble sleeping. I had it once, and there wasn't like a demon on my chest or anything, but like when I woke up, I saw this like huge ass shadow person like in the corner. Like they were so tall and like from the floor, and they were like leaning over because they were even too big like for the ceiling. But I knew what it was. So I just like kind of like woke up and stared and then closed my eyes again. That's the only time it happened to me. I have had instances though, multiple occasions, where I'll wake up and like hallucinate. I'm not paralyzed or anything and I can breathe fine. It's just like it happens when I get really, really, really stressed and or I go a few days without getting proper sleep. Um, and so sometimes I'll wake up and I always hallucinate the same thing, except for one time. A weird pink bug. Like, it almost looks like a thousand leggers centipede type thing, but with a lot more legs, and it's big and it's hot pink. So I always see that for some reason, like crawling around the wall or ceiling. But one time when that happened, I saw like a dead body laying next to me. That was the worst. Actually scared me. Um, yeah. Um, you say when you found out about sleep paralysis, scared the hell. Yeah. It's a scary thing to find out about, and especially like if you're sleeping and it happens, you're not all that cognitive when you wake up. So even if you do know about it, probably for like a couple seconds, you're gonna be like, WTF? But, after like a second, if you just know what it is, it's kind of just like, oh, I'm gonna close my eyes now. Um, oh, yeah, I'm getting a little, drained, hungry. So, I guess I'm gonna stop if no one else comes in or wants any more card drawn. I'll stop for the day. Because at least if I do an hour, I'm okay. I can pull one last oracle card, like the one last flower card for everyone here, like I said I would. So let's see. I got Dahlia, and it says, you have what it takes. You all have what it takes. Yeah. So, I guess if you're looking, you can always follow me on Twitter. If you ever want your cards read, just kind of pester me on there, and it will kind of like prompt me to do another stream. Payment Perception is my Twitter. Let's see. I told you the story about the aliens, so that's what my mind always went. Like, I knew my sleep paralysis would probably be something that sounds horrifying. Yeah, it's pretty jolting when you wake up and see this stuff. But I guess if you know what it is, like a second later, you can kind of laugh about it. especially if you have like a cat that sleeps with you, or a pet or a dog. Be like, okay, kitty or puppy, you're my guardian. Even if whatever's there, you're gonna protect me, and it's not gonna get me because you're here, and you have powerful energy to deflect it from the bed and from me. And when I was like working in the metaphysical shop, like we would always talk about light shielding, where it's like you visually, and they said psychically because they literally believed in it, like envision a light shield around you, so like nothing can harm you or hurt you, and like that. Because even if like something comes, like an alien or a monster or ghost or whatever, like they won't be able to harm you or touch you. So if you do that enough and like before bed, like even if you see whatever, you're gonna be protected. That's something I would often talk about with people like scared of this type of thing. Um, yeah. I guess. I'll stop streaming for the day. I always try to do Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's like I'm always so tired. Ugh. Maybe I can do it again on Thursday if my energy will let me. But thanks for being here. Take care, everyone, and remember that the card said you have what it takes. That's a way to do it. Eat the ghost. What would it taste like? Marshmallow? Like a very light marshmallow or gelatin? I don't know what it would taste like. But if you ate it, would it be able to possess you? Interesting. I have to think about that. And I will check out that anime, that bunny girl anime you told me about. I'll have to look into that. Especially if it's about like what my neighbor was talking about. Like, oh, it's me. I'm the protagonist. What's with this music now? It's like church music. I just have like a no copyright background music thing playing. Okay, I'm gonna head out now. Thank you for being here. Take care and goodbye. Sleep well whenever you all do. Eat well. Make sure to relax and have fun. Alright, bye bye.